Rifftrax. I don't have a click tracks, better riffs I'm missing. Why you always gotta pick Rifftrax? It's your lucky day, it's time for Rifftrax.
Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to episode 21 of Every Rifftrax Short Reviewed, where I take 5 Rifftrax shorts in chronological order, review them, and give them a rating between 1 and 5, with the points being good, great, awesome, fantastic, and spectacular, since I don't think a bad Rifftrax short exists. This episode's gonna be fun, because every single short involves danger in some way or another. From food to fire, it's time to drill into our skulls that anything can kill us. So let's dive into episode 21 of Every Rifftrax Short Reviewed. Number 101, The Fed Diet Circus, from August 15th, 2010.
Before dieting, this man's fingers were too fat to play this song. Unfortunately, he lost weight.
We've all tried it before, going on diets to lose a few pounds after the holidays, or maybe even before the holidays so your relatives won't judge your life choices as harshly. Well, after hearing the narrator give borderline inappropriate descriptions of all the beautiful people on a beach, he gives us some examples of extremely dangerous fad diets.
Slim, undulating bodies in the hot sun.
Fatter, sweatier bodies watch them through binoculars.
Tall, lean, and blonde, everyone's vision.
Yes, it's Hawaii's sexiest leper colony.
For most of us, this is the impossible dream.
Like this gal.
Because more than figures show, overweight people try 1.5 diets a year and make 12 major attempts in their lifetime to lose weight.
Before committing to an all-sweatpants
and
wardrobe.
Most of them fail. One of the fad diets which keeps turning up is the egg and grapefruit diet. 2 eggs and grapefruit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's caused more
Plus
suicides
the
than
odd
daytime
bit of toast
TV.
and salad. The Zen macrobiotic diet, number 7, is composed solely of 12 cups of rice a day.
12 cups?
The purpose is to
Fatty.
purify them. Some people place their faith in a variety of diet pills. They can be addictive and harmful.
Exhibit A, Jesse Spano.
Then the short pulls a bait and switch on us. We meet Dr. Atkins, who's developed a special fad diet himself. Then a study takes place where several people use his diet and several others do a poorly defined low-calorie diet. Now you'd assume, since we saw Dr. Atkins on camera, we're supposed to lean toward his diet, right?
Wrong!
This whole short was made to expose Dr. Atkins as a twisted liar.
Dr. Robert C. Atkins in his opulent New York office.
Such
Asked him
opulence.
why his diet was so popular in North America.
But we couldn't hear him over his own
I
jacket.
think it's the best diet.
The 6 people on the low-carbohydrate diet won't be told it's the Atkins diet revolution.
I'm going to put you on a low-carbohydrate diet.
Oh, the Atkins diet revolution?
Your body doesn't.
The people on the low-calorie diet are pleasantly surprised because they won't have to count calories.
Seems like a poorly
You won't
named
have to
diet
count
then.
calories.
Just cut back on the number of servings.
Just cut back. With strict guidelines like that, the diet is sure to succeed.
Now let's get rid of half the mashed potatoes. You can just put them on the cherry pie because that has to go too.
Within moments, the man ate the pie
You can eat
anyway,
all the
sobbing
salad you
gently
want.
and pretending the potatoes were whipped cream.
So they could have a full yet well-balanced meal for dinner.
Yet it all ended
Steak,
tragically
baked
when
potato,
they got
broccoli,
confused and
and a
ate a
salad.
whole breeder sow
Then
stuffed
fruit
with
for
butter,
dessert
followed
and
by
tea.
13 boxes of
Well-rounded
crisp
dinner
cereal.
with all the vitamins. They can eat nearly anything they want.
They can eat
4 weeks
racket
later,
balls,
we asked
front
them
end
to report
loaders,
to the
small
hospital
sections of
to
sidewalk,
see if they
literally
continued
anything
to
they
lose
want.
the tens for a
God,
total
your
of 5
temperature.
pounds.
What the hell did you
But
eat?
the 4
Load of
people
hot
who
roofing
stayed on
tar,
the
why?
Atkins diet Dr. Atkins was startled by this first scientific comparison of his diet with a low-calorie diet.
Yeah, he
We
looks
confronted him
absolutely
with the facts.
flabbergasted.
Our dieters could
Whether it has something to do with an old medicine.
Yeah, well, if you're eating old medicine, that could be what's causing you trouble.
The comment is
one of North America's leading authorities on weight control.
And yeah,
He
he's
says
got his
the
own
least
chin weight
disruptive,
right where he
safest
wants
way
it.
to lose weight.
If it's meat and steak and the sort of thing that many Americans cherish.
Yes, you see them at
They're
meat
likely
counters
to
gently
dash
caressing
out
the
and
rump
eat it with
roasts.
great
Maybe we should all just start with some mild exercises instead. This chubby short gets a 4 out of 5.
original obesity.
Remember, Dr. Atkins is a lying demon. Spread the word!
Number 102, More Dangerous Than Dynamite, from August 23rd, 2010.
Wait, what? They were serious about the gasoline as a cleaning fluid thing?
Of course, your mom never did this?
No, she just used bleach.
Bleach? Dear God, that stuff can irritate the skin and eyes. Are you mad?
Did you know that back in the day, people would wash their clothes in gasoline? While as stupid as that sounds, that's actually what they did, and they obviously suffered for it. This short explores all the different ways you could keep from suffering gasoline explosions, none of which involve just not washing your clothes in gasoline.
Every year, thousands of persons are killed, and millions of dollars in damage is done through pure carelessness in the home.
But I have to iron my washcloths.
Yes, many of us do this on chilly mornings, but jumping out of an airplane is safer.
Yes, paratroopers are gutless cowards compared to people who stand next to heaters.
Fuse plugs are the safety valves of your electrical system. To place pennies behind them is to remove that safety factor.
But this is how to do it if so inclined.
Open paint buckets, oil-soaked rags, just the dish for spontaneous combustion.
Also, just the dish for a last-minute dinner party with the criminally insane. A gallon has as much explosive force as 83 pounds of dynamite?
Then why the hell don't we use gasoline as our dynamite? What are we thinking?
The housewife, however, keeps her whole supply unprotected beside her.
Every housewife does this. Don't you dare question it.
This is one of the shorts that has a live version that, as usual, is better than the studio version. This was one of 3 shorts riffed during the Reefer Madness show back in August of 2010, and this is one of the rare cases where the live version is not only superior, but far, far superior in my opinion.
My car! My mountain! My bridge! My subdivision! Britney Spears' birthplace, no!
Usually the jokes in a studio version are about the same as the live one, but here, a few good jokes are either missing or rewritten for no apparent reason, and a lot of the jokes that are here aren't delivered with much punch either. So while the short is still good, you know that there's a lot of missed potential here.
The weight drops, automatically opening a dump valve in the bottom of the washer. The solvent is instantly drained safely into the underground tanks, removing the danger.
Yeah, but where does it go?
Removing the danger.
Help! The fire marshal imprisoned me in this vent! Oh, Lord, why can't we just use soap and water?
Surrounded by dangers.
Sorry,
the room
lady.
slowly filling with flammable vapor, which even a tiny spark will explode.
Or perhaps the vigorous rubbing by her incredibly mannish hands.
Somehow something went wrong with my huge pan of gasoline!
Don't run, that fans the blaze.
Ah, bad animation, it burns!
Each year answering thousands of such calls.
People painting their house with gasoline, using it as mouthwash.
Every day, ambulances pick up victims of gasoline fires.
Filling pools with it and splashing around.
Spraying it on the walls of their homes and laughing with insane glee.
A short that's funny, but we know could be better. This one gets 2 out of 5.
What chance has the housewife without these safeguards?
Well, she could not wash her clothes in gasoline. That might give her a chance.
Number 103, Alone at Home from August 30th, 2010.
You know, it's real important to know what to do in case of an emergency.
Try this first.
I'm sure that we were all left at home without our parents at some time or another, and whether we were by ourselves or with our siblings, it was important to be prepared for emergencies. I think we can all agree on that, and that's what this short tries to impart. It gives us pretty much any and all instructions that could be used in any even remotely plausible situation that could occur when our neglectful parents leave us home alone.
An important part of that responsibility is learning safe and fun ways to use your time when you are alone at home.
Alone at Home is not to be confused with Home Alone, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, Home Alone 3, Home Alone 4, or the upcoming Home Alone 3D, The Destruction of Jared's Sin.
Hi, Mom, I'm home.
Your son?
My mom and dad used to get a babysitter for me when they went out.
Have fun neglecting me.
I used to feel a little funny about it, but now it's something I look forward to.
In fact, I'm thinking of having the locks changed.
Like a lot of other kids I know, I spend a lot of time at home alone.
As a result,
Now,
I'm deeply
you want to
scarred.
spend time by yourself.
If you keep your key in your pocket, put it on a key ring so it'll be easy to find if you drop it on the ground.
Choose one that's huge and uncomfortable.
It's natural to feel a little scared once in a while when you're home alone.
Make sure to rig the paint cans in order to foil the wet bandits.
Don't let anyone into your home when you're alone.
Except, of course, pizza delivery guys, the most trusted men on the
When I
planet.
go home, I also call my dad right away, so he'll know I'm home.
He loves the sound of my voice.
I can be an extremely cautious person myself. However, even I think this short goes a little too far. For example, I've never checked for broken windows and open doors before entering my house. I also never thought my sisters or I would just spontaneously combust. But this short wants to make sure you're good and paranoid when your parents aren't around, and Mike, Kevin, and Bill help ramp up that paranoia too.
There's some things I always watch for. I look for signs that someone may have broken in. If a door isn't all the way closed, don't go inside. Get to a phone and call your parents or the police.
Do your homework at a bar and sleep in a dumpster out back.
Next, find out exactly what your parents want you to do if there's an emergency.
Such as bursting into flames.
For instance, if you smell smoke or see fire.
Immediately stop what you're doing and roll around on the floor.
And what about television?
How the hell does
It's
that
best to get
work?
answers to questions.
I go into the house and lock the door right away, so I won't forget to.
Then I hide under the rug and survive on nothing but crumbs and the occasional insect.
I always like to do my homework as soon as I get home. That way, I can watch a couple of my favorite TV shows later.
They help tamp down the dread, but I'll be honest, it never goes away.
Bye.
Yes?
My car just broke down. Can I use your phone to call a tow truck?
Can't help you, Mr. Malton. I find your reviews banal and uninspired.
Sometimes, just talking about a fear will make you feel a lot better.
Most times, despair grips you in its ice-cold pincers and won't let go.
Never let any stranger know that you are the only one home.
Yeah, it's just me and a giant sack of money. Why?
If you don't know someone, don't let them into your house, no matter what they say or what reason they give.
Your life as a paranoid shut-in is underway.
And if you're ever lonely or afraid, call someone. It'll usually make you feel better.
Yeah, did you hear William got a doll? Yeah, kid's a total freak.
There are some things that you should talk to your parents about before you spend time home alone.
Such as, why won't you spend time with me?
Learn how to use...
You know, maybe these kids should just take a Red Cross course instead. I'm giving this overly cautious short a 3 out of 5.
When you're home alone, you'll probably have lots of time to do things you really enjoy.
Like wondering what it must be like to be nurtured or loved.
Number 104, Telephone for Help from September 6th, 2010.
If you know how to use the telephone properly,
then you are marginally more intelligent than a potato.
So, you thought after knowing what to do alone at home you'd be safe, right? No way. Now you need to know how to telephone for help. This takes a lesson that was, maybe a minute long or so from the previous short, and stretches it to 9.5 minutes.
Uh-oh. This means curtains for her. Ow. Yeah, I deserve that.
We never know when we're going to need help. For ourselves or somebody else.
I'm pretty sure she knows.
What is your name, please?
My name is Robert Jones.
Love your golf courses.
Your phone number? Ambulance injury. Ambulance rolling, code 3. 1052, 10-4.
And within hours, help is on the way.
When we need help, we should know how to telephone them.
It's much more effective than simply yelling out the door.
The policeman.
I started it with my mind!
What should Joyce be ready to tell the fireman who answers the phone?
She should tell him she likes Barbies.
My name is Joyce Evidence.
Her name is Choice Evidence? This looks like a job for my lemon bar recipe.
Here we see several sweet, normal situations turned into tragedy after tragedy yet again, just to scare children into thinking there's danger around every corner, every minute of every day.
I'm glad they showed us how the truck carefully pulled out, went down the street, and turned the corner. Otherwise, I'd have no idea where the magical red truck came from. Again, so glad they showed him shifting gears and turning the wheel. Otherwise, I'd have to start believing in wizards and ghosts again.
Because Joyce gave the information the firemen needed quickly and correctly.
They could take their time getting there.
My leg.
Oh, no. Tommy, quick, come here.
Get my pistol from the car. We're going to have to put this poor fella down.
When you don't know the emergency telephone number, the telephone operator can help you get the policeman, fireman, or an
Party
ambulance.
clown. I mean ambulance, right.
Yet another short to keep kids on their toes. I'm giving this one a 3 out of 5.
Let's press the ignore button
Whoever
here.
you talk to will send help.
Or a party clown. Either way, you win.
Number 105, What If We Had a Fire from September 13th, 2010.
Slowly, son, slowly. Be sure your foot is secure on the rung before you put your weight on it.
Concentrate fully on your task. Don't let anything distract you. You hear me, boy? No distractions.
And finally, we have our last short, with the child preparing to face his imminent death. At least in this case, little Billy has reason to fear. His friend's house has been completely burned up, and he takes a quick look around the wreckage to make sure his nightmares are good and vivid. After asking his parents about their own fire escape plan, the family realizes they don't have one. So instead of looking into it themselves like responsible adults, they pawn their kid onto the city's unsuspecting fire department.
Come on, son. Attaboy.
Be careful, Billy. Hang on tight.
Mom worries a lot, but I knew I can make it. We were having a fire drill without the fire.
Or the joy that comes with good cleansing fire.
It works.
The whole thing started about a week ago when I saw Mark's house. He's catching our Little League team. I'm the pitcher.
Me and the guys torched his house after he cost us the last game.
Oh, what if we did have a fire? Would we all get killed?
No, silly.
Just the smallest of
An
us.
idea like
You.
that to your head.
Saw Mark's dad at the office today. That must have been some fire. They really had a close call.
Why? What happened?
They had a fire.
2 a.m.
Couldn't the same thing happen to us?
Honestly, Billy, what a worry wart. You've been watching too many TV shows.
I don't know, dear.
I think Billy should be watching more TV, personally.
Bet you one of the firemen could tell us.
Good thought, son.
That Ritalin is really paying off.
Here to get the...
Hi. Want to look around?
We have a lot of red stuff if you're into that. You like red stuff?
Oh, yeah. It's the mildly funky theme from What If We Had a Fire?
I guess the firemen had nothing better to do that day as they spend the entire afternoon instructing Billy on what his family should do, and they never once ask why this random kid showed up without his obviously foolish and neglectful parents. But Billy takes their plan, and he and his family prepare to implement it and go through their first fire drill.
I sure did learn a lot.
About his recent divorce.
But remember, the smoke detector is just the first step in your escape plan.
Step 2 is physical teleportation. You can do that, right?
Get out. You're in your room sound asleep. Your door's closed.
You're doing filthy secret
up and you smell
things.
smoke.
I jump out of bed, went out in the hall.
Oh, wrong. That's just what you don't do.
You hear that, guys? Kid was gonna run out in the hall.
Idiot. Not. Okay. It's night. You're sound asleep. You wake up and smell smoke. What about Mom and Dad?
It's too late for them.
Warn them.
If you've got a whistle, blow on it hard. The object is to alert everyone in the house.
Don't have a whistle? They're all dead!
The heat and gas is out of your room by stuffing a sheet or clothing in the space under the door.
No sheet? Dead!
Crawl to the...
There. That ought to hold it. Now, my boy, we're ready for the test.
The last thing some kids ever hear.
But just then, a tornado destroyed our
A
house.
lot of fires happen at night when everybody's asleep. We decided to test our escape plan after dark.
Oh yeah, escape plans after dark.
Actual fires may be far less funky.
Hey, Mom, what's this for?
Well, it's chilly out here. I don't want you catching cold.
Oh, Mom.
You loving, nurturing harpy.
Get out.
5 shorts reviewed, 5 shorts about how we all could die, and I have to give this final one a 2.5 out of 5.
I bet Mark will have an escape plan in his new house.
Oh, hi, Mark's
I
new
think it's a
house.
pretty good idea to have an escape plan just in case we have a fire. Not that we ever will.
In fact, let me push my bucket of oily rags closer to the furnace as a direct taunt to God himself.
As always, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And of course, a special thank you to all of my Patreon campaign supporters, including Jill Johnson and Kevin Nata. Thank you so much for your generosity, guys. I've actually just added a reward to my Patreon, a $3 a month pledge where I'll be doing exclusive commentaries on a lot of my old videos. So please make sure to check out the page if that interests you. And in the meantime, we'll keep trucking to finish up the rest of MST3K Season 11, and I'm also working on my full review of Season 1's episode, Mad Monster, so I hope you all look forward to those. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.
It's time for